Hey guys, how's it going? We're back. Day 21 of 100. Wow, these days are certainly definitely passing on, aren't they? It's exciting. Yeah, so we've managed to finally get to the basic algorithm scripting section. That puts us just past the halfway mark. Really excited for this. And let's just jump straight into it. Apparently I've done the convert Celsius to Fahrenheit challenge at some point. Must have been like way back when, but we're going to do it anyway. We're going to continue and go from there. So convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. The algorithm to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit is the temperature in Celsius times 9 divided by 5 plus 32. You are given a variable Celsius representing a temperature in Celsius. Use the variable Fahrenheit already defined and assign it to Fahrenheit temperature equivalent to the given Celsius temperature. Use the algorithm mentioned above to help convert the Celsius temperature to Fahrenheit. Don't worry too much about the function and return statements, as they will be covered in future challenges. For now, only use operators that you have already learned. Okay. So let Fahrenheit equal to Celsius, right, times 9 divided by 5 plus 32.
Oh shit, here we go again.
How's it going, Christopher? I got you covered. Your boy has got you covered. That was quick. Damn. How's it going, Christopher? You doing well? Yo, I'm so excited. I'm not gonna lie. I might call upon you to consider working on a project with me at some point in time. I'm gonna need a badass, and so far you're one of the more badass individuals that I know. But my plan is to first fully complete the FCC curriculum, because the last time I did that, just jumped off FCC, started working on projects, and then my whole life got turned upside down. So this time, structure. Get this out of the way first. There's no point trying to go build something with limited knowledge. I know a few things, but there's way more, and I think React is going to make things easier. So I'm going to cover everything, and then make sure I've got the proper building tools ready for me to just go and build. And yeah, who knows, maybe by then you might be interested in collab on something. Finish my alpha today. Finally done? Wait, so you like finished completely? You done with FCC? No way. I thought you were just done with the D3 or whatever. Is that the last section, or did you just do different sections? That's crazy. So did you do these at another point, or are you just not going to do information security? Because you did data visualization, didn't you? You leave that for last. I skipped data visualization and came back after backend. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. That's amazing, dude. Well done. And like, what were you? 70, 80 days? Can't remember exactly. Let me go and check quickly. What was your last day? Was it 86? 76? Let me check. 70. Today was day 70. There it is. Gonna drop a like for that. Look at you. Full stack badass MF. Wow. Sorry, just had to go reply to that tweet. That's amazing. Wow, 70 days. So there you go. It's possible to potentially get the entire curriculum done in 100 days. I had no idea it would be possible, but there we go. I'm guessing you kind of feel a little bit empty. I would imagine that's how I would feel, like sticking to something for over 2 months and like basically being guided on what you should do. And then it's just, you kind of set loose and you kind of ask yourself, what now? That's incredible. Wow. I guess the best stuff is look at open source projects and like contribute maybe. But yeah, I definitely have an exciting idea. But I guess that's gonna have to happen in what, at least another 50 days? So keep yourself busy. Oh, it's something that I'm really excited on, that I feel is gonna help a lot of people. And yeah, but I'll reach out to you when I'm at that stage. There's no rush, and I don't want to just sit by and like not understand things, and then you end up doing a lot of the work and it's like they're not really learning. I've done that before, and while it was really nice and the other person was super helpful, it makes me kind of feel like I can't really do anything. So yeah, I'm glad to finally be able to make my own progress, which feels really nice. I think I'm going to do some Vue.js course, this most recent next-gen stuff. Yeah, everyone's talking about Vue and Angular and all that. And it's good. You got like 50 days on me, so that means you can like give me some advice on what I should and shouldn't do. Then you come back, you're like, oh, Vue is awful, don't do Vue. So I was going to go Celsius times 9, divided by 5 plus 32. That should give us what we need. You know what I really need to do? I need to go and like take next level advanced university level maths. Because I can do the logic when it comes to JavaScript, but Jesus, when it comes to some of the math, I struggle. And math is just a scientific construct. Like, once you understand it, that's that. But I never really focused too much on it. I never took like high level, university level maths. It's like high school maths does not compare, and you kind of need like that university level maths, depending obviously on what you're going to be doing. So I think at some point I'm going to have to do some maths. That's going to like drive me up the wall. But I mean, it's logical. If it's logical, I can understand it. Programming I understand because it's logical. Maths is logical. Okay, why is this not working? Because it's outside of the return. You see, we're learning. So that gives us 86. I think that's correct, right? 30 Celsius to Fahrenheit is 86. I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Slap this up. Boom. That was quick and painless. Scripting. Reverse a string. Reverse the provided string. You may need to turn the string into an array before you can reverse it. Your result must be a string. Yo! They don't mess around. They're just like, you gotta do this. Figure it out. We're not going to tell you how, just do it. Virani, hey! How's it going? So good to see you. Are you at some other badass tavern? Christopher, I don't know if you've seen, but Virani's like going all over the place. He looks like he's part of like the Witcher universe. He posts this like mushroom pie thingy. And he's like in this badass looking tavern. There's like ale or mead or whatever it is in a tankard. It just looks so badass, like medieval times. Did I miss a reference?
Search for dollars, no, sir.
There was a reference? I saw Christopher's reference, like, ah shit, here we go again. CJ, good old. Why is that a thing now? Like, what, did all the millennials just figure out that there's a San Andreas after playing GTA 5 and they go back and they just like all harped on it, like, yeah, this sounds cool. Ah shit, here we go again. It's like, oh, what I'm referring to? Your posts on Twitter. You know what I just realized? I confused our poor Dimitri. Oh god, Dimitri's gonna hate me now. Oh god. What have I done? See, this is what happens. I'm so bad. 1 Russian plus 1 Russian equals 1 Russian. I just assume they're all the same. I'm sorry, Dimitri. I got you confused with someone else. Damn it. Another Russian. Please don't hate me. No wonder, like I post on his stuff and I can't wait to see you again on your code. He's probably thinking like, what the hell? It's Yuri Spidinov. Or what? I can't see. Spiridonov. I like this pic from a long time ago. Merry Christmas and a happy ghost. Ah, brilliant. Was that you? Amazing. See, this Yuri guy crossed the Russian border, so his trip began. So he's basically going around traveling while doing 100 days of code. And I don't know how I confused you with him, I'm sorry. Yuri, Virani, Dimitri, you know. Close enough. Cool. Okay, anyway, let us continue. I love that you guys are here. It's like just a regular old evening, huh? So good to have you both here. What are we doing? Reverse the string. Great. I'm gonna try and figure out how to do this. I have no idea how I'm gonna do it yet. You need to turn a string into an array. I don't think we've ever even turned a string into an array before. Is that how you do it? My groupmate took a video of me fooling around and I like this freeze frame. Console.log. Look at me today. Hello, are you an array? You're not an array, are you? Or maybe you are and I just can't see it because of the console. Are you an array? Okay, you are an array. I know there's toString, the method. Imagine there was a toArray method. But there, it's an array now. Now reverse. How do you reverse again? There was a way. Trying to think now. Oh, it was just, I think it was a method reverse, right? So you can go array dot reverse. Or can I just go dot reverse? Can I go like that? Reverse, damn you! Oh no, wait. I need to put something in there, don't I? How does it work again? It was dot reverse, right? I think I'm gonna have to do it afterwards. Maybe I can do it in there. See what the log is. Array.reverse. It is an array! Why aren't you reverse? Hold on. And yeah, I'm gonna avoid chat until I figure this out. Otherwise I know you guys probably have an answer for me already. But I'm pretty sure array reverse was a thing. Oh, but hold on, this isn't gonna work because there's only one object. You can't reverse it. If I had 2 objects, it would reverse. There's nothing to reverse. What if we split it and use splice? Then we get every single letter, then reverse that, then put it back together again. Is that a bit too complicated? hold on. Let's try this. Let's string I think it was string.split, and then console.log string. What is the issue? Duplicate, wait, huh? What? Where's it? Oh. Hello. Wait, I need to specify. It was by each, right? No, wait. No, wait. In here. Pretty sure it was that. Or am I thinking of something else now? Where did it go? Oh, that would be why. Hey, there we go. Cool. Now we can use reverse. So then we can go string.reverse. That should, hey! Okay, now we need to, how do you make them come together again? Split. I think it was join? What are we joining? Is it just like this? Or you probably have to join by the string again. There you go. So hello should become ole. We got ole. I think that's it. I think that's all we need. And then it should return string, and then hello becomes ole. Ole! Hey! I'm proud. Now I can reach out. Sorry guys. Where are we? There are multiple methods to turn a string into an array. Everyone is just doing the split things. All errors in chat, don't read. Good thing I didn't read. This is the best string to array conversion. Let array equal... Was it though? I initially tried with the array, and then I was like, I made it an array, but then I thought, no, then I remembered this split. So I don't know if that's sarcasm. Let array string makes it like so my string, but you need, right, yeah. You weren't lazy to write that down. You're a scary person. Yeah, Christopher is scary, huh? Koof! Hey! How's it going? Shorter version, string.split.reverse.join. Whoa! You can, I gotta remember that. You can combine methods. I'm gonna make that as like a super remember thingy. Remember, you can combine methods. There. Can I make it bold? Does this work? I think it does. There we go. Nice and bold. Yep, and put that into return. This was a joke. Chain. Let's do it. Str.split. It's called refactoring. And we do it when we know. Dot reverse dot join. Yes. Look at that. One line, baby. Amazing. Using double quotes. Only because they use double quotes. Stop judging me. Imagine I fail because... Oh, I can't. Blame FCC because they won't let me be. Try to shut me down on Twitch TV. Hey! That was good. That was good. Come on. That was good, right? That was like a bit of free flowing there. Ah, shit. Here we go again. Literals are best. Doing okay, considering I decided to quit snoozing today. Snoozing today? Oh, snus. Yes, a lot of people have heard of this. Is that where you just chew the tobacco? Or am I like off? But I've heard of that word a lot, surprisingly. Yeah. We have another definition for snus, but it's not Twitch friendly, so I can't really explain it. No, you put it under your lip. Okay, yeah, I guess you would also put that snus under your lip, but yeah. Factorialize a number. Ooh, is this to the factor of something? Or no, I'm thinking of something else, am I? I have no idea what they mean. What does the Monka look like? Why can't I see chat? Can you guys see the chat on my stream? I don't see the chat. Should be there, I just don't see it. Is it missing for you guys as well? I think it is. Chat, come back to me. No chat, right? Because I wanted to see that. Hold on, let me fix it. Refresh cache. Come on, chat. Hey, chat's loading. Hey! Okay, stick it in again. I want to see that. Oh, I don't see it. That's not a BTTV either. It would have converted. That sucks. Maybe you just like spelling it wrong. Usually the S is capital. Maybe it's Monka. Find out the correct. Maybe it doesn't exist. Nope. Maybe lowercase t and o, capital S? Because it's usually Monka and then capital S. The normal one, I think. We're just gonna spam the chat with... Then what is it? There's Monkas. It's not even showing Monkas up. Maybe it's not enabled on your channel. Oh, there's Monkas, right? And Pepperga is working. As long as Pepperga is working, that's all we need, right? You maybe need Frankerface Z. Did you do the big O notation algorithm? The big O, what's the big O? I've only done 2 so far. Is there a big O? There's a big O. Okay, just give me a moment. Oh my god, why are we oh my godding? Why are we oh my godding? Can I get a pag chomp? Reduce is love. String dot split reduce. Reverse string dot... Wow. Yeah, pag chomp. It's like PogChamp, but yeah, it's crazy to say the least. Okay, just give me one moment and then I'm gonna be getting on with this. Filter and then reduce. Sounds like you overly want to complicate things to the point where, is it readable then? Fair enough. Are we gonna raid someone tonight? When we done? Are we gonna have like that fail raid again? Come on, come on, come on. That should work. Okay, I'm getting carried away. I want to see if this works. No, it's my favorite one. I'm wasting too much time on these emojis. What have you guys done? Why have you done this? I'm closing all these emojis. No more emojis. The chat keeps freezing? Really? Is it because of the emojis? Is anyone else's chat freezing? Koof, you good? Christopher's? I mean, unless your internet's super slow, which it shouldn't be. I'm only streaming at 4,000 kilobits. Okay, so it's just Virani. Virani and your Russian internet, because you're colluding with the other Russians and the fake news is getting to you. Oh, it was something with your browser. Okay, cool. There we go. Okay, let's go. Let's continue onwards with our journey. Factorialize. I don't even know what that means. Return the factorial of the provided integer. See, I should have paid attention with high school maths, huh? I did pay attention. You see, here's the problem, guys. I was in high school maybe, like what, 10 plus years ago? Putin is gonna come for you for such jokes. That I'm gonna put it to him. Maybe Russia is disconnecting from global internet right now. Yeah, they're gonna become a decentralized internet. I mean, they're big enough to just have everything there, right? They don't have PewDiePie though, so I wonder what they're gonna do. But yeah, anyway, it's been over 10 years since I've been in high school. Probably more. I don't know. I can't be bothered to even do that math. The issue is, yeah, you know basic maths. You use it every day. You know, multiplication, addition, subtraction, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to the more advanced stuff, like freaking calculating the area of a circle, the radius or the perimeter and all that, like, let's be honest, how often do you actually use that in day-to-day life? Unless, obviously, that's your... that's part of your job or whatever. So a lot of these things I haven't used since over 10 years ago. So I might need a quick refresher. But that's what I have you guys for, right? You guys can teach me maths. Yay! Maybe I know. It's just the word doesn't stick with me right now. So let's see what a factorial is. Factorials are often represented with the shorthand notation n the exclamation. For example, 5 exclamation is equal to 1 2, 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5. Okay, gives you 120. I get that. Because it's that number times by that number, yeah. Okay, so is that all it really is? Do these change? But what's so special about it? Is it a factorial when you're taking the previous number times the next number times the next number, or like, is that all it is? Or is it specifically because it's 1, 2, 3, as in like integers? So any number. So this is multiplication. The moment you have more than one number, it's factorial? What? Oh. So it's up to 5. So 5 exclamation is 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5. Okay, so 100. Okay, so that's what the factorial is. You don't change those numbers, right? I got you. Yeah, we call that growth exponential. Is it exponential growth? Was that specifically factorial now? Yeah, because yeah, because you won't always get the same. Yeah, it's not exponential. Okay. So we basically need to return a number so it's basically the number times, it's not really to the power of, is it? Because you got to go the number times the next one. So it's almost like number can I do num divided by 1? Wait. That's how many times we're going to have to multiply by, but for each one starting from the number itself. No. I might be overthinking this, but I would take the number, I would start with the number divided by the number. Right? That's the beginning. Because you start at 1. Right? Because even if you had 1, 1 divided by 1 is still 1. 2 divided by 1. Sorry, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So you're always going to start at 1. Then you need to figure out how many. We're going to need a loop here. Why do I divide? I told you I'm trying to figure out the logic first. When I figure out what I'm trying to do, then I'll change it. This is how it'll work. Why am I doing a function? We need a loop for when something doesn't work, then I move on to something else. But I need to try something else. I'm gonna get nowhere. I less than num. I think this is how we need to do it. I plus plus. Then what we can do is num times, no, it can't be, because let's say a number is 5. You're going to get 5 times 5. That's not what you want. It needs to start with 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5. So num, so let's make a note here. We're going to get a 5. We need to start with a 1. So how do we get a 1? It always starts with 1. So we might need to specify 1. I starts at 0. hold on. I think I is going to be 1, the first iteration. No, it's going to be 0. So let's start I at 1, right? Then we can go I times I. So I'm going to avoid chat again just because I want to figure this out on my own. That's not right. Because we're not... What is it trying to do? It's going 1 times 1. One times 1 times 2 times 3 times 4. Come on, 1 times 1 times 2 times 3 times 4. I think that's what it's doing. It's getting 14916. Why? I is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So the first loop should be 1, which it is. Then what does it come in next? This is going to be 2. It's going to be 2 times... It's going to be 2 times 2. That's going to be 4. That's wrong. Times 2 is correct. This is going crazy. Let's get what it should be out of the way. So 1 times 1, sorry, 1 times 2 gives us 2, obviously. Then we've got 2 times 3, which gives us 6. Times 4, if I'm not mistaken, which is 24. I missed the step. Times 4 times 5, which is 120. That's how that works. So you started with 1. You get 2 times 3 times 4. And then it's 24 times 4. No. 24 times 5 gives you 120. So it's the previous number. So the logic here is literally the previous number times the current iteration, if I'm not mistaken. So 24 times 5 is 2. Let's get the iteration numbers here. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. And this is 5. Let's just visualize it. Sorry, this is what I need that will help me. So now we can visualize the previous number. So 1 times 2 gives you 2. And then the next number, is the previous number times what you're currently on, which is 3. Then 6 times 4 gives you 24. Then 24. No, that doesn't make 6 times 4. Oh yes, 6 times 4, and then 24 times 5. So if we had to write this out, previous number, or just previous num, times next set, I guess, or multiplier, or whatever you want to call it. Is the answer. So based on that logic, if the previous number was 24 times 5 will give us 120. So now how do we write this in code? So we need to start at 1, that's like our multiplier. So it's going to come in here and it's going to go let's go previous num equal to I. Next, like multiplier or whatever, is I plus 1. So that should give us the 2. And then the result should be the previous number. I'm gonna refactor this, don't worry. I just need to get it working. This is what happens when you overcomplicate things. Might have messed that up completely. Okay, so I got the 2 and the 6. Did not get a 24. Okay, I messed up somewhere. And let's figure out why. The previous number is... Okay, we're not storing... It's still going to be I, that's the issue. So this is going to be hideous, but I'm basically going to have to update the result here. But because it starts there again, there's the issue. And if I don't use a previous number... Okay, so... So that's going to be 1. Previous name is equal to... Previous number is equal to the result. And the result is the previous number plus the next times the next multiplier. Do I need a plus equal to this? That doesn't change anything for us. I was pretty sure this was fine. Can I just... What's going on? 2, 3, 4, 5. You're not incrementing. Oh. It's always going to stay at 1. Got to figure a way around this. Previous number is going to equal the result, but they don't have previous number defined prior to this. So how do we work around this? Result needs to equal the previous number. Am I gonna have to put this outside of the scope? But because it's block scope, it's not gonna see it. Ha ha! Fun times! Oh, this is why it was so easy to work around vars, because you just had them global. But that's bad practice, and this is gonna solve the bad practice now. Okay, let's see. I'm a bit stuck now, so I guess I should look at chat, huh? What have I missed? Jeez! What a wall of text! Sorry to hear that you're struggling, Koof. Hopefully a bit of distractions. Do something different, some self-care may help you. I lost track of what's happening. Virani, welcome to my mind doing maths. It's so next level that you won't even understand it. I don't even understand it. The last of ninjas. Hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you around before. It will go to Eigen. Yeah, I realized that. He won't read chat unless completely stuck. Absolutely. See, you know me so well. But he is actually completely stuck. Yeah, I am now, aren't I? Okay, let's figure this out. Without giving me the answer. I told you, this is why I need to go back to maths. Because I'm going to get stuck with these things. I was onto something. That I know. I figured out the pattern. And that works. The problem is, I'm defining the variable, but with each run, it's going to override the variable. What am I missing? You need an accumulator value. The previous value should be outside, but is it accessible? That's what I thought. That's exactly what I was going to do. Previous num equal to, let's say we start at 1, because we can start at 1. But the problem is, they can't access previous number because it's block scope. Because this let. So I'm going to have to change it to a var. What? That should work. Why is that not working? Oh, hold on. Just want to test something. Perfect. Cool. That's working. So previous num. There you go. 12624. Brilliant. Got it, guys. Now start at 0. Wait, no. I need it to go to num. Greater than, less than or equal to. There you go. Boom. These variable names suck. We're just gonna go num. Where am I using result? Oh, there. So I need to update num. There. Whoa! Yo! Why are you running that? Oh shit. Num is the input, but you also want to return num. No, I think they didn't give us that, did they? So I'm just gonna return. I'm gonna return the result and be done with it. And all should be well. And I know there's probably 1,000 better ways to do this, but if it works, result's not defined. Oh, because you're outside of the freaking... what scope are you part of now? How would you do it with recursion? You add complexity though. Do you really need next mode? This is what happens when I don't understand things. So I do it in the only way that I know how. So it may seem complicated, but that's the only way that I know how. And obviously that's how it is with most things. As time progresses and you gain more experience, then you're able to, you know, do things a bit better. And that's okay. Everyone has, you know, their own methods, their own levels and whatnot. Next mode is basically I, because it's I plus 1. Now that I have previous number there as a variable, I guess you're right. I can do I plus 1. Like that. Then we can avoid that. And there's no need for a next mode. Just make sure that's still working. It should be fine. It is. Actually, I don't need the plus 1, do I? Yeah. I have no idea. Why did I want to put the plus 1? I was looking at... Why did I have the plus 1 here in the first place? I did I plus 1. That's how I was getting next mode. So I is... So why don't I need... That's weird. Why did I need the plus 1 there, but I don't need the plus 1 here? Yeah, it's 0 probably. Probably, who knows? It's working now. It's all good. Okay, we just gotta figure out how to return. Because we've got our for loop, and there's our result, but it's block scoped to the for. Previous number is the result. Ah, I don't want to add another variable. Again, so you guys ask me why it's so complicated, because it's the only way I know. So I'm gonna go, well, I can go let result, and then I just go, does it have access to that though? It should, right? I just want to check quickly. I need to do a refresh on this. Yeah, it does. Cool. So yeah, there's probably a better way to do this, but because this is all I know right now at this current point in time, that's what I have. Run the test, and everything works except for factorialize 0 should return 1. And what is it currently returning? What are you currently returning? You are returning 0, because number 0, I equal to 1, I less than equal to number. Number is 0. Ah. So you know how I'll fix this? And you guys are probably gonna like roll your eyes. I would literally go if num is 0, return num. Actually return result, because result is 0. We haven't done anything yet, so just return. Wait, it should return 1, sorry. So return 1. And put this back how it was, and it should work. And that's horrible, but I passed the test. And I didn't, yeah. Result equal to 1. For let I equal to 1, I less than equal to number. I plus plus. So that's pretty much what I have now. Less than equal to number. I result times equal to I plus 1. Now that is pretty neat, and you don't need all those extra variables. Why do you need previous num? Actually, yeah, I realize now that I don't need a variable because let is in the block scope. So there's that. You should be able to see the variable. Yeah, no, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking that you're not going to see it, but it's because of the how many levels of the block scope there is. And since that's in the innermost one in the function, it would be seen. I don't know why I thought that. So Christopher's update is result equal to 1. So you start with 1. Okay. Then we don't need this. Then we update our I equal to 1. Yeah, that's pretty much the same as what we have now. Then result is just times equal to I plus 1. And then we don't need previous number at all right now. Did I miss something in his code? I equal to 1. We did start that. I less than or equal to num. I plus plus. Because Christophorus has it in his code. I plus 1. You thinking it shouldn't be I plus 1? Just I plus? Just I? Oh, there you go. It's just I. That is way more simple. So now that's something I can remember. And I keep forgetting about that operator. It's going to come in so useful. Just like the plus equal to. Try with reduce. Oh god. I hardly remember reduce, to be honest. But I'm sure we'll come back to it. I still got to do my Udemy course, remember, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot. This is just the basics. Once I complete FCC, then I can do my Udemy course and then build actual projects. And I'm sure by then, these types of things shouldn't be an issue. I had I less than. I also had I less than. You had I less than equal to num. I had I less than equal to num as well. Oh, did you not mean to put D equals in? You were just I less than num. It's more logical. You and your logic, the two of you. Okay, let's move on. Find the longest word in a string. There's multiple ways, I'm thinking. First thing that jumps to me is split everything into an array and get the length. We also did something on regex. We could use regex. What else? What other options? Sorry, I started late. That's my fault. Gotta keep reminding myself. Gotta start earlier and then my mind can actually work. Then I can actually brain. Because right now I'm drawing a blank. Find the longest word in a string. So we can get the length from what I remember. You can literally call .length on the string and you get the length of it. In fact, like if I go console.log string.length, yeah, we get a 44. Maybe shorter solution, by the way, return number equal to 0. If it's 1, return the number. If it's 0, return 1, else return number times factorialize num minus 1. Yeah, just I think it was Veroni that said we shouldn't do everything on a single line. as cool as it is to do what is it called now? You see, now I know that I can't think, because I can't even think of the term. Ternary operator. Just because it's cool and we can do it on a single line doesn't make it readable for the human. Okay, so let's figure out the easiest way to do this. And I'll ask you guys for help if I need it, but otherwise I'm going to try and figure it out. So far, I'm thinking of splitting all of them. So let's check that out first. String.split, was it? I just got to see what I'm working with, because I'm not used to this. I don't do any of this normally. So what have I got now? I don't have it split yet. What am I missing? It should have split it, right? This is actually a very smart solution. What, Christopher's one? Why is it not a... Oh. How about now? There you go. Oh god, no, that's every... Oh, I don't want to break every word. Of course it's going to do that. By a space. Yay. Cool. Now we've got it in the words. Now that it's an array, we've got an array now. So if I go string.length, we get 9 instead. Cool. That means there's 9 items. Now what? Now we need to find the length of each string. So let me just test something. If I go string 0.length, will that work? Is that a thing? 3. Is it 3? It is 3. Nice. Cool. Now we need a for loop. For I 0 I less than string.length I plus plus. What now? String I just want to first see if it's going to loop through all of this correctly. Mutating values, calling array string. Shh. Whatever works. Can I... We will fix it afterwards, I told you. My solution is to find something that works and then do it better. So 3, that's correct. The last one should be 3 as well, that's correct, and 4. Okay. This would have been really confusing. Yeah, but I told you, we're going to find something that works. Changing a variable afterwards is easy. That's the easy stuff. The logic is what you need to do first. And with experience, I'm sure I can write it better. I've never done this before. Remember, up until now, take that in mind. I've never had to do this. So this is new to me. I'm trying to take everything that I know. I know how to split it into a array. I know how to get the length. Now I need to find the largest length. So the only way I can think of that is index of. First I need to log the largest number here. The largest number is 6. At what index? You don't know that though. 6, yeah. No, I'm saying to myself. This is what it is. I try to figure out a way on how to get that result. Right now, all I know is I need to somehow store the largest number. So I know this is going to look awful again, guys, but just bear with me, okay? Largest number, or largest length, equal to 0, right? So but we also need to figure out at what index it was, because yeah, we can get the largest length, but we don't know what index it's at either. So we need two things. And the only way I'm gonna create an object. This is gonna be stupid, but I'm gonna create an object to link the two. And hey, if it works, right? Wait, let largest length be the object. I think that's how it works, right? Then we need to take I, whatever I is. What does I return? I returns the index, and length he took off, derailed. Shh, I've got this. Call largest length dot index equal to I, and largest length dot length equal to I dot length. Okay, I know you guys can laugh at me now, but when I'm the next Elon Musk, you're welcome. Can I now get, what do we have in our largest length? Did that even work? We got an object, and what is inside that object? Got an index 8, but the length is undefined. Why? I.length. The index length. Why did that not work? Console.log I.length. Why? Actual zero head. What am I missing? At the index of 0, so the, why can't we get the length? What am I missing? I is a number. Oh, I is a number, isn't it? I is a number. I is a number. What am I looking for? Ah! I told you. Guys, I told you. Okay? I did tell you that it's late. Okay? You guys didn't want to believe me. I'm getting somewhere now. Index 8, length 3. Cool! Making progress. Amazing stuff. Cool. Now we need to push each time. So I think we need the plus equal to. Nope. Because it's only pushing in once. Index 8. and a length of 3. That's the last one. Okay, I know how to create a property that doesn't exist on an object, but how do you add multiple items? Because you'd usually go plus equal to, but that's not going to work in this case. How do I keep putting items in that property? Because you'd usually have a comma afterwards, comma this, comma that, for each new item that you want to add. I know I don't need an object, but I mean I wanted to do it with an object because I mean that's what I started with. Array, push, it's the wrong path though. What do you mean it's the wrong path? What do you mean by the wrong path? Are you repeating what he said, or are you letting him know? Them. Okay, so you're repeating what they said. Okay, so compare and store. Okay, hold on. Back to the drawing board. Even though this was kind of cool, I know that it's not the great way to do it, but you realize then it would give me experience working with an object. You know that, right? Was it this simple? Imagine. See, what I would have done with the object was index them all and then find the largest value in there. But I could do it this way too, huh? Because I was thinking, what's the quickest way? I don't know why I was trying to store every single index and every single value. I just need to find the largest one. I was thinking of something else. So if the string at that index's length is larger than the largest length that we currently have, then set the largest length to basically if it's larger than 0. So technically, can I go? Oh, I can't, can I? I can't set this to string.length. I mean, I could technically. Oh, strings already defined. Sorry, that's not going to work as well. We're going to need largest length. I was trying to figure out how we can avoid all of this. You could also start largest length with the first length of the array. And compare from there on. I could. Like that? Would you do it like that? It's the first. Not inside, no? Oh, you want me to do it outside, right? So just change this to string 0.length, like that, yeah? And then we're gonna return. Does this have to return string.length? Can we just return largest length? I was gonna do an object Virani, you missed that. It was kinda epic. They laughed at me. They never understood the brilliance that was my mind. And I could also start from 1 and it does 1 less loop. True, because we already got the length, don't we? Now do it with reduce. I don't know reduce! Let's Google reduce. It was too brilliant for our simple minds, right? See, Verona gets me. I'm ahead of my time. I'm gonna create ES20. You're welcome. Oh, I love you guys, honestly. Okay, so how does reduce work? We did it once. The problem is you guys need to remember, as I mean, I'm sure Christopher knows, I don't know if any of you guys have done the FCC coursework, but they generally only repeat something that you've done once, and that's it. So unless it was a super intensive lesson that scarred you, you're most likely not going to remember from that one repetition. Technically we could say that ES20 is coming next year. If they named it that, we ES10 next year. JavaScript array reduce method. Okay, so that's going to reduce it all into 1, right? Total plus num. Total and num. Numbers dot reduce. Numbers dot reduce. Get sum. Which takes total. But what is passed as total? The fuck? Am I missing something now? I get numbers.reduce, you pass it, you're calling get sum, but where did you get total from? Yo, I'm just lost. For novices. Thank you. That sounds like me. Brilliant. I really need to remind myself to get into the habit of checking your stuff out, because you have amazing notes. You keep advertising your repo, right? Runs a callback on each value in the array. Okay. The first parameter, oh yeah, this thing, the accumulator. The return value from the callback becomes a new value of the accumulator. That would have worked nicely for factorial. Whatever is returned from the callback function becomes a new value of the accumulator. Oh, so you pass it an array. Oh. Function, accumulator, next value. It wasn't an array though. But this is an array, what we're working on now. How would reduce work here though? We have our strings in that format, but we'll call .length on everything, right? So the accumulator is what we check against. The first one being the accumulator. Is next value optional? The first parameter is the accumulator. What's next value? The second one. Is that optional? Ah, it is. Optional second parameter. I mean, we can try it. So string.reduce. Then we need a method. Is the method. The function is the callback. The accumulator is the first value in the array. Is this like an inline function? Did you literally just define a function on the fly? Right here. Because obviously W3 schools defines an actual function that you pass in. Do I need to define a function? Or can I do it like this? Is this actual working code? Because I don't see there being a function here in your example, so I'm going to assume you can do it like that, right? Seems like it, so I'm just going to do it. You can always use anonymous functions, yeah. Better to do it with the arrow function. So like that, right? Is that correct? What am I missing now? Oh, you don't need to define. So then we need to pass an accumulate. That's just a variable. You're just naming it accumulator, yeah? So accumulator. And then just try and figure out what's going on here. The Last of Ninjas, thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening further. So we have our accumulator now. They're usually named ACC. Okay. Assassin's Creed China. Do we need next value? Let's just see what happened so far. I just want to see how this works. I'm curious now. Oh, we're not going to see it because we're outside the return. Before any of this even happens, can I just figure out what's going on? I think you should just take a pause and read the notes first. We're gonna need some kind of if check to see if whatever the value is, what is, okay, I think, let's go back to see what accumulator is. First parameter is either the first value in the array or the optional second. The parameter to the callback is often called the accumulator. The return value from the callback becomes a new value of the... The return value of the arrow function becomes the next accumulator, as in you're saying I should probably have a next. That's what you mean, right? The next as in this, or that is going to be its new value. And how do I access it again? If I return ACC, Oh man. Okay, so that's not working. So we broke something somewhere. Let test is string.reduce. ACC next, where ACC is the variable we're going to return. Think of it as an iteration which purpose is to calculate a total of something, for example. I just need a working example that I can grasp this. Because that makes sense if next value in accumulator, but that's a boolean. And this new value is the accumulator for the next iteration. Okay, help me out here. How can I get a return value out first? I need to be able to see what I'm working with to visualize. So why is this not returning anything? Why does test not have a value? I just realized that we're not splitting the string. That would probably be part of it, huh? There we go. Is that what it's printing out? The? So it thinks it's the? Okay, getting somewhere now. Why aren't you returning acc.length? Why aren't you getting length? Return the length. Why is it there? Try returning acc plus next. Plus equal to next. Whoops. Okay, so that's the entire thing. It's getting the actual values, not the length. Yeah, I see what you mean. You're appending it. So ACC is whatever it started with. That still doesn't answer my question of why dot length doesn't work on it. Oh, this length. Yeah, see how it works. It's going to iterate through that array, and ACC is going to be whatever is the current one at the time, and ACC plus next concatenates the string. But why doesn't length work? Because I want length to work. Is it because it's no longer... It should work on a string. Is it not a string? Is that not a string? Console.log type of ACC. What is ACC? It's a number. It's almost... No, it's a string. And then... What? What is going on? The quick, then string, undefined, brown, undefined. I don't get it. Why? Because what is returned will become the next value of an accumulator. And you are returning acc.length. That's why it is a number. No, I'm checking type of ACC before I'm returning its length. Is ACC not a string? Why is the third thing? Why is brown? Or what is happening there that is undefined? I log ACC, which is the. Then we get next. Hold on, let's see what ACC is each time. The, and then it's a string, and afterwards it's undefined. Oh, from there on it's undefined. Oh. So it stops, that's it, once. So after the, what does it do? Does it wipe it? I'm just trying to understand. Because I'm going to look at next. Next will be a bit different, won't it? We still get... Oh, because type of... Fox string, jump string, over string, this string, lazy string, dog string. Then we get an undefined at the end. Let's look at Christopher's. You need to return. Oh, it keeps looping with the return. Sorry, that's why I got confused, because usually return, once you return, that's it, it's done. The function stops running. So this thing keeps running. It's like a break. Oh. Sorry, I'm not used to that. Once you return from something, that's it, it's done. So that's what I was missing. I had no idea. The string, the lazy string, the dog string, the... Interesting. Now we got something completely different. You don't do with anything with ACC and next? I returned ACC at least. I mean, what is Christopher's doing with ACC or next? Yeah, I see he's concatenating them. That's why each time it grows. It's this is A. Oh, so because ACC is this and next is, it's going to take ACC plus next to make this is. Then this is A. That becomes this is A. Okay, so I was thinking it in a completely different way. All this does is grow a string. So instead of growing a string, we need to get the length of a string. So next is always going to be the next thing in the list, is a test. We don't care about ACC. We care about ACC the first time and next is length the next time. Wait, is next always going to have the next one? It's never going to have ACC. Next will only always have the next one, so you need to check ACC first, but after that you don't have to check it. So ACC is like the first one. How do we get the value now? It might be too much, but you can specify the needed value for the first ACC. I'm just thinking, how do I, because I've got two different ifs here, how do I set the value? Because it's for either or. And I can't say count equal to acc.length because which one is it going to match? So I either have to have two different ifs, right? It's only the first time. I'm just still talking about the reduce, yeah. I get what it does now, but now I'm thinking how I get the value, because I see I can print out the amounts. So I'm getting that. Wait, next is ACC. Hold on just a moment. Hold on. Where am I getting the from? Oh, it's probably that. Why is it undefined? Okay. Next.length shouldn't give us. And then I'm stuck again. Great job. Just when I thought I was onto something. Oh. Three, 5, 3, 6, 4, 3, 4, dog. It returns. Oh. So this is actually going to return. I just confused myself so badly right now. I know what I need to do. I see what it's doing. It's returning the numbers already, and then the last item that I return is going to be the actual thing. And then I just do test.length. And then I get 3. That I get. But now how do I do this if thing properly? Do I even need an if? Do I need an outside variable keeping track? Or can I just start if acc.length? Wait, we get two things. If acc.length greater than, can I do acc. next.length? Can I just do this? If acc.length greater than next.length. But the problem is we need to keep going until the last one, because if it's true, then it's just going to return. Hold on, maybe we don't need the count here, but we can have the count in here. Is this the right order? If acc.length greater than, then count is acc.length. You forget the return is called for each iteration, not once. How about that? Will that work? Or just ACC equal to next? That's what I want. Please tell me I'm getting somewhere. Get a 5. But that's not one of them. What am I doing wrong? If next.length is greater than ACC.length, return. Oh, do we need another return? Else. Return ACC equal to next returns true because it's an assignment. Just return next. ACC.length less than next.length. Return next, else return ACC. So you're doing ACC.length less than next.length. And then if I go test.length, we get 6. Chain.length after reduce. I think that's it. We get 6, which is what we need. Whew, wow, I really appreciate your patience, guys. That is, yeah, way more complex than the 4. But I mean, if I can get into it, then, you know. Yeah, that works as well. Did you understand what is happening? I did. What trips me up is the return every time. I'm used to return completely pulling you out of a function, but then I guess where I messed up is not realizing that you already are in a function, the anonymous function over here. So that makes sense in a way. And then just to remember that it does it on every single item in the array. And then if acc.length less than next.length, return next, else, yeah, that makes sense. Because it returns the number. The only thing that I don't get, so why does reduce return a number? If we give it a string, why is it returning it in a number? What part of that am I missing? Is that what it does? It doesn't. But then why are we seeing it as numbers? Oh, is it only because I put .length in earlier? That's why, there. Yeah. It will return the object. Then I could just do something to that object, which is where we added .length. Right. Now use math.max instead of the if-else. I was just gonna redo this into a thingy. That should be the same as above. Don't forget .length after reduce. Yeah, why did the two returns mess up? No, I'm gonna remove it. I'm just making first sure that this is the same logic. Yeah, it is. Next. There we go. Whew! Look at that. That's crazy. Learned something new today. Wow. Now replace the ternary with math.max. Can I just return this? Oh. You want me to do that? What's the 0 for? Ah! I'll figure it out another time, Christopher. I just got reduce. I see what it is. Add this to my code pen so I don't forget. What do we call it? Reduce shortens function. Just reduce example. That's all in one. Do you know how neat that is? I'm just going to do a function. I'm just going to do example with max. Using max. Oh, you're already doing it. Then why is it an issue? Beware of the optional parameter set of reduce, which is 0 in this case. If you set the first accurate value to be 0, you set. I didn't. Christopher said it. That has to be 1. No. Why is this giving an error? Why is it a type error? String.reduce is undefined. What is above? They're different functions. Oh, is it because of... No, I thought it would be that, but it's not that. The function is fine, you messed everywhere else. I copied it exactly as you sent it to me. Is it because of the quotes that are coming in? Because they're coming in with double quotes and he uses single quotes? No, it's not that either. Thought it was that. Look at your function. Which function? This function? Is that interfering with it? Oh, because I called this out. It's mine, that's the issue. Sorry, because I was trying to implement his max thing. And that's what was giving that issue. Yeah. Okay, you still gonna give me an error now? So that gives us 6, perfect. So we should get 2 6s now. Why do we only get 1 6? That's weird. You get 2. Oh, it groups the output. Yeah, because I did notice the 2 there. Yeah, I did see that. Is there any way to change that? That's a bit confusing. Dark theme! Oh! Look at that! How amazing is that? I just discovered it. Amazing, right? Enable timestamps. Love timestamps. Where's the grouping? There must be grouping. That is extremely helpful, I guess, unless you want to see them individually. But if they're the same, right? I don't need to see it. Sure, this takes some adjustment. That's really cool, by the way. Thank you, Christopher. And this is like way quicker. You used reduce and you used math.max. And now math.max works. That's crazy. Why would you want to see them individually though? So that you know which one is calling from which function. Ugh, that's the only reason. So I know which one is which, if they're both there. Because just now the first one ran twice. Aha, kappa. Then what? Gotcha. Wow. So how did you figure this stuff out, Christopher? You think in Google? Yeah. I haven't really Googled that much because I've been trying, like I said, to avoid external information besides doing the FCC stuff until then. Console.log function 1 output. So how does... So do you literally just put output in? Is that a thing? Does it accept output? Or what did you mean by output? I put function 1 as first parameter of console.log. Oh, I see what you're doing. So you want me to add a string. So like add like run1 or whatever. Ah, I see what you mean. Then it's like separated. Yeah. So you could do function 1 and then just do the same below for function 2, I guess, right? So are we learning about advanced debugging with console.log? Exactly, that's what we're doing. How amazing is that? Christopher's just taught us something exciting. I knew about the multiples, but wow. That's cool, because you can have multiple parameters in there, right? Can't you literally do like function 2 and then literally have that in there and get rid of that? I mean, that works as well, because it has it spreads them, I think. But it's easier to read like this, I guess, if you're a leprechaun. I'm gonna refer back to this at some point. Wow, that was crazy. Take it, free code camp. Wait, hold on, what? Oh, because there. Go. Whee! Phew, my maths game, hey? My maths game. So if that's just the basic scripting, I wonder what the intermediate's gonna be like. Damn. DNA pairing. Congrats, we did like 4 challenges in 2 hours. Damn. Isn't it fun that one task can have many solutions? Yeah, I mean, I think that's the whole point of programming, is that once you know how to do things, you just figure out what is the most efficient solution, and there can be multiple. But you learned much. Yeah, I guess. I just feel overwhelmed. That was easy. That took no effort. That one, I figured it out without any help. Took a little bit more time. But then that one, I just overcomplicated. I think the reason this took so long because you guys were trying to teach me all the different ways that I can do this in. Because I solved it pretty well with, you know, the simple for loop. While it works, you know, you can do it the other way. Honestly, you could have done much more. True. Probably if I didn't stop. I think the main thing is you guys are trying to teach me stuff that I haven't gotten to yet, or that I haven't really realized I can do. So I would have just done it based on how I know how to do it, which will probably end up being quicker in the long run than me trying to figure out something new. That's why I feel like overwhelmed now. So I'm gonna have to go back and try to somehow remember all of this. No, but I really appreciate it. It still helps. It makes me realize, like, that you can really compartmentalize things like that. And I know I didn't cover reduce pretty much at all. So being able to, like, cover it now is, yeah, really beneficial, I guess. I really appreciate that. It's just additional information which is extremely useful in the long run. Absolutely. So you do tasks in a more optimal way. I think it doesn't really matter if you do things in an optimal way when you're learning. I think just do it, and then as you get more experience, like that I could tell you 100% from experience when I was doing the Papyrus scripting language, when I was doing my mods. Initially, like, my code was horrendous, and I would keep doing that because it worked, you know? Like, it doesn't matter if it's inefficient, it works. And the slowdown, like if you had to measure the time between doing it inefficiently or doing it efficiently, there was literally no performance whatsoever because I tested it myself. It's just obviously a lot of repetition, and it's not nice to look at, but I mean, it works. And then as time went on, I figured I could do different things, and that's where the refactoring came in. So it's kind of hard to refactor if you don't even know what the options to refactor on are. When I was in the section, I try to always find the optimal shorter solution. So I guess, did you Google, Christopher's, on like what options you had? Because the way I study is I use what I know and nothing more, so that I can get through everything they want to teach me. Because if I want to know something, I'm going to go Google it, obviously. So I guess it's a little bit different there. I feel the best way to learn is you take what you know. So that's why the for loops are what they taught me. The reversing of the strings is what they taught me. All the things that they taught me, I was just using. Yeah, but I mean, Virani, worrying about performance and reading code when you're doing a tutorial, like, this code doesn't even get saved. You realize that? So it's better to get through it and understand than it is to, you know, refactor something that you're not even going to see it at the end of the day. So like the pen that I saved now, cool, I can refer to and look back on, but the other stuff? So I completely agree with you, but you first need to get to a point where you're even comfortable writing code. And with time and experience, it gets better. But I know what you mean. Like, if I look back on the 2 years experience that I had in scripting in Papyrus, my first mod versus my later mods. I mean, I even built an entire library of functions that I can utilize in my scripts. Like, that's how efficient it became. But that didn't happen just overnight. That happens with, like I said, experience. I learned that I could do those things. Like, I would challenge myself. I'd be like, cool, I know this now, I feel comfortable. What more can I do? Is there a better way to do this? But how can I, like, get to a point of, is there a better way to do this if I'm, like, barely grasping the basics? You know what I mean? I guess I'm relying on the source of information, in this case FCC being the one that's going to teach me the things that I need to know. I'm not going to heavily set myself in stone, you know? Once FCC is done, then I'm going to do my Udemy course. And then I guess from there it's just going to be project building that's hopefully going to give me the experience I need. It's also the basics, yeah. It's interesting though, because we didn't work on reduce that much. Like, they showed it basically once and that was it. So unless you guys obviously went and redid it and used it in other examples outside of FCC. Remember, my only time learning right now is when I'm streaming. I also play around with other things here and there. But we'll get there. It's only day 21. There's a lot. I had a lot of trouble understanding reduce. Yeah, I guess it's just one of those things that you have to keep practicing on. And that, like I've said before, there's not enough repetition on FCC. So they show it to you once, and it's like, you may understand it in that moment, but you know, several lessons later, it's a, you know, whole other story. But that's why I try to stick to the notes, and I must remember your notes as well. Keep forgetting about that, even though I have it like pinned right there. And yeah, I think my goal is to just complete these sections so that I can start working on projects, because that's when you really start to begin to have to troubleshoot. You need to know exactly how to do something. You need to know what's the most optimal way of doing it. You know what I mean? Like, these are just simple challenges. When you actually build a full-on project, you're going to realize where your shortfall in skills are, where your gap is, what you need to work on, what you don't know, how you can do these things, the different ways that you can do them. You know what I mean? Then I'm going to Google the hell out of that. And that's when I'm going to learn the most. Right now, I'm just trying to get what they're trying to teach me in and just pass the lessons. And then hopefully those, you know, the rudimentary understanding of all that is what's gonna then build the foundation for me to learn further. Since I even had to draw a table of values. I saw, yeah, that definitely helps. I like how they start to motivate you now. You can do this! The thing is, you guys know the advanced stuff, whereas, for example, something like this, you could just use a for loop, and a for loop works perfectly fine, but then you want to start optimizing your code, and then you want to have it in a single liner, and then you want to have multi methods called, and that actually isn't readable. It's not as readable as having a few more lines of code. And wasn't that something that you told me, Veroni, or was that someone else? Whereas a few more lines of code to help it more readable is better than having everything on a single line of code. So if my for loop works perfectly fine and there's 5 lines of code versus 2 lines of code, I don't think it really matters at the end of the day, does it? I appreciate, you know, the more advanced approaches, but if I'm just trying to get through these sections using what I know based on what they've taught me, then it shouldn't be a big deal, should it? It's like so much easier, yeah, but I mean, if you don't know reduce, what are you going to do? I'm going to use my for loops. Reduce an array consisting of the largest number from each provided subarray. For simplicity, the provided array will contain exactly 4 subarrays. You need to return an array consisting of the largest number from each provided subarray. So what did they want? One of these arrays, whichever has the largest, so I'm assuming this one. Jeez. Well, we know that reduce does something with everything. For loop is almost never used now for iteration over an array. That's interesting. Even though it's quite simple. I just feel it's... You guys maybe look at the really advanced people doing it. And I mean, yeah, you eventually want to aspire to get to that level, but I mean, if you need to use for loops and it works, do it. You can't just jump straight into like the most advanced stuff without struggling and struggling. You got to start somewhere. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with for loops. Yes, you can do it in another way, but what's wrong with for loops? You know what I mean? We're not trying to be master. I'm not trying to be a master level programmer at this point in time. You have map, filter, reduce, and maybe sometimes for of, for in, and sometimes for each. I did save that actually. I have Code Wars here, and I have Coding Game there. So I'm definitely going to pick that up the moment I start to understand things a bit more. I think once I get through this basic algorithm scripting. I think I'll get it set up tomorrow, and then at the end of each stream I'll do like half an hour of Code Wars, I guess, or something. This is going to be a fun one, I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to try to remember how reduce worked. I've got that example thankfully, and I'll try with reduce tomorrow. Yeah. We'll get there though. Cool, well, thank you so much for the assistance, guys. I really appreciate it. You two make a great team. I'm gonna see one day soon, like, you both doing a lesson together. Virani and Christopher's. Great combination. The Russian and the German. Even better combination. You could do one more? You want me to do one more? Oh, but I honestly, like, my brain is mush right now. I'm not even lying, it's just... I need to return... Okay. I need to return one of these arrays, whichever has the largest value, correct? Is that what they want? So one of these arrays must be returned, depending on which one is the largest. How do I determine which one is the largest? Do I have to count the value of each value inside? So we get like sum of each one. So this is equal to, let's say, 9, 10, 13. This is 13, and this is like what, 2001, 2858, 59, 2859 versus 13. So this one's bigger, so return this array. I guess we have to get the sum of the entire thing, right? Okay, let me try it. So we do array.reduce ACC next. Wait, I need to refer to my notes. Oh, it needs to be a... Right. We need to do that thing. What is the issue? Wait, can't I? What am I missing? That is an anonymous function, no? What am I doing wrong? Oh, hold on, where's reduces end? Reduce must end there. There you go. Okay, console.log, can I get whatever ACC is, please? 4513. Is there sum? Math.sum? There isn't a built-in, is there? I'm gonna have to use actual math. Plus equal to next. Why are you undefined? I will cut you. Return. Need a return out of there. I think you have to combine map and reduce. Better start with the basic solution. Basic. Use two things. Why can't we just get the sum of all of these, right? And then we compare which of these has the greatest sum, and then we just return that array. Can't we do that? Help me understand why I can't get 4 plus 5 plus 1 plus 3. I'm returning ACCU plus equal to next. Why is that not giving me what I expect it to give me? Can you give me a link to the task? Yeah, sure. There you go. Oh, I see what's happening. It's adding these arrays into arrays. It's not giving me the individual items. What? That's not what I expected. How do you pass the... Oh. It's not going to give us anything. So ACC gives us this 4513. It's the exact same whether I do plus or equal to. What if I do that dot join? Nope. Okay, I see what you mean, Christopher's. I should return it outside of it. Four, 5, 1. Ah! Why is it doing? And the plus equal to doesn't change anything. It stays the same. 4513. I'm expecting it, but I know why it's doing that, but I need it. Ah! I wanted to combine all of these numbers in the array. This is why I get confused with reduce and that you guys want me to use. I would use a for loop. And then for x in that array, I will combine all of them. Simple. I'm gonna have to go and completely learn how reduce works now for me to use this. So I'm basically stuck if I use reduce, but I can move forward if I use a for loop. Yeah, I know what I'm doing now. First, what I'm saying is, how do I get the intended effect? How do I break it down further? Can I even? Reduce is literally going to give me each array. It's not going to give me the elements in the array, will it? Or is there something I'm missing that I can get to the elements? You would need to use map before reduce. It's maybe too complicated to understand before you tried it with for loops. So what are you suggesting? I should use for loops? I have so much to learn. It's exciting though, I won't give up. Like most people get frustrated. I'll never give up, that's the beauty of it. Problem with people is people can give up on you. When they've had enough, they'll give up. That's why it's impossible to invest in people. But that's what I love about code. If you never give up on code, code will never give up on you. Code is love, code is life. Vinay Sharma, hey. Hello to you. Do a basic solution and then try to advance. Okay. That's what I was saying. You guys want to teach me the advanced stuff, and I'm not ready for that yet. And that's okay. I'll get there when I feel more comfortable. I don't even know if I could do it with the for loop, so let me... I've even forgotten the syntax for now. Is it like... Is it spaced? Like that's how much you've messed with my mind now. You are streaming only on YouTube or some other place as well? I'm streaming on Twitch as well. The only issue is my chat doesn't show the YouTube chat unless I figure out another way to do that. Restream has some issues. So I mean, if you have Twitch, you can feel free to hop on over to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/deadminer-does-code. Virani solved it? Oh, did he send it to you? Did he let you know or something? I don't see him in chat. So what now? I equal to 0, I less than... Okay, so now we're going to loop through every array. Let's console.log array I, so we can just see what we're working with right now. Okay, so we're getting each array. Great. Yes, we are conspiring in private messages. Vinay, what do I prefer? While loop or for loop? They're completely different things. It depends on what you really want to achieve. While loops are, so long as a condition is true, we'll do this over and over, and it's less to set up. You don't have the initial configuration and whatnot. So it depends really on the scenario. I wouldn't say I prefer one or the other. While loops are easier if you're only checking against a single variable or boolean or whatever, but you have to watch out, that you don't initialize within the code block, because if you are, you might as well use a for loop, because that's exactly what you want to do, increment or de-increment a counter. In that case, you'd use a for loop. So console.log. So we're getting our arrays now, but we want to go deeper. So we need another for loop. J equal to 0. J... Hold on, I just gotta get a call quickly. I'll be back now. Okay, back. Sorry, my pizza is arriving soon, so I might have to go again, but until it arrives, j is equal to 0, j less than... What does j have to be now? I think j less than I, j plus plus. We need to write a bot that proxies that exists already. I could just use one of the plugins. No, it used to work just fine, but they messed something up. and it no longer works. The chat no longer... Hold on, while I'm live, let me check something quick. Let me just check something. That could be a project for me. It already exists though. Let me just see what it says. Reopen. So, Vinay, if you don't mind hanging around, I just want to check something. Okay, so it says my Twitch is online, and it says my YouTube is online. So clearly my stream key and everything is fine. Then if I check the chat, open in browser. Okay, I'll be right back. My pizza is here. Let me just go grab that. Oh, you guys are the worst. I'm absolutely starved now, and I have my delicious bacon and feta and avocado pizza ready. God damn it, and it's gonna get cold now because you guys insist that I need to do one more project. Fine, one more project. It's the last one. 12:32. What? I need to go to sleep, and this pizza sounds amazing, right? It's the best pizza ever. How am I getting... There's 13. There's 32. There's 35. This is like random. Vinay!
Following the family.
There we go! From Twitch, hey! It's good to have you here. Finally, we got you from YouTube. It's like, get you off there, come to Twitch. Good to have you here. Welcome to the family. I just want to figure this out now that I've started. So array I is it's gonna start at 0. Then we're gonna loop. We're gonna get 0. Then we're gonna get J. Oh, the issue is here. I don't know why I was doing that. 4, 5, 1, 3. Perfect. There we go. Why can't I do plus equal to? Let sum plus equal to array I. Why can't I do that? Is that wrong? you gotta be like this? Oh, hold on. That's not what I want to do anyway. I know what they want. Relax. I've got this. Trust me. It's the pepper guy on board. If I could just figure out how to sum these two numbers. I mean, the numbers. Why? Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna do it here for now. $3099. Okay. I see what you're doing. That's everything, but I don't want everything, and I know you're gonna give me everything because I asked you to give me everything. So it's 6:18 AM. I'm off to bed. Christopher says my solution and trust him with mission to relate to you once you're done with the task. Okay, Virani, thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate it. I forgot that you are several hours ahead. That's crazy, jeez. But thankfully when I stream earlier, that'll be much better for you. But I hope you sleep well. And you don't have too many nightmares with, you know, reducing things. And I'll see you tomorrow. Sleep well. Christopher, is there a way that I can get the first loop to give me these four numbers in a sum? I don't want to get a sum of all the numbers. I want to get a sum of the first four. And this thing is going to keep looping for the entire length. Oh, I just realized now why. I just realized now why. This should work. Array I.length, right? That means that array I, which is 0, the 0th in array, which is this, and then the length of it 4, so it's going to loop 4 times. Just reinitialize the sum in the outer. So sum what, equal to 0? Is that what you mean by that? And then before I do console.log sum. Is that what you mean? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. That's perfect. That doesn't help though. I would have to store it like somewhere. What I was trying to do, Christopher, is get the sum so that I could figure which one has the largest value, and then I'm going to return that array. So obviously the last one is 2589. That's the largest array. I want to return that array. Wait, they want 5, 27, 39? Oh! I thought they wanted the largest array out of all the arrays. The largest value. Yeah, see this example, I was only looking at the first example. It just says should return an array. It doesn't show you what they're looking for. Yeah, they didn't explain it correctly. Should return, should return, should return. The first one. They didn't show you what it should return. Imagine array's placeholder for should return. Okay. Well, there goes that idea. It was fun while it lasted, right? Which index do we want now? J is less than I just want to check one more time. Console.log. Can I comment this out and this out? So we're getting 4513. Now it needs to be the first one for the first one. Yeah, but then let's compare how much time Virani... You do realize that Virani did a course on Udemy, right? Or some other site. So he basically has the understanding he needs. I don't. And you know he also wrote all those notes. So it's like comparing, I don't know, a 6th grader to a 12th grader. So what I wanted to do now was compare the first index of each array to the first index in sum. And if it is greater than what is in the first index of sum, put that in there. So 4 goes in there now because 4 is greater than 0. Then we get to 13. 13 is greater, put 13 there. Get to 32, okay, 32 is greater. Oh wait, hold on. We need the largest one for each array. So yeah, it wouldn't be like that either. I love not reading tasks. It makes it exciting. And it brings entertainment to you guys. Do you see? We're just having fun. So you guys are having fun, and that's the most important part. I had to use Q and DQ to solve the issue. Oh, hold on. Sorry, Vinay. I missed your messages at some point. I was working on a JavaScript module where I faced one issue. If you call a JavaScript function inside a for loop, that inside function did not work properly. Did you ever face that issue? If you call a JavaScript function inside a for loop, I can't say I ever had that issue. I guess it all depends on if it's asynchronous or not, and depending on how your loop was created, that may have been resolving some other things before it ever got to your function. Obviously I can't see your code, so I don't know, but normally that shouldn't be an issue. A function inside of a loop should work perfectly fine. It depends what you're looping through, you know. So the largest number here is going to be 4. The largest number here is going to be 27. So we get 4513. And I and j is going to keep looping. So how would I make some j work? We get 0, 0, 0, 0 each time. Damn. I'm gonna try something crazy. What if I do a... Now this is starting to look like reduce will end up being... Problem with reduce was it gave me the arrays as a whole, which is not an issue now that I think about it, because I was thinking about it in a different thing completely. Let's get that out of the way. Let's go back to reduce. And then compared to the last time that we did that, we need to find the max. So it's going to do something with everything in there, that we know. So if I do a if ACC greater than next, I think, return ACC, else return next. Now I'm getting 4513. Vinay, when you call a function inside a for loop which iterates 100 times, that function will get called very fast without completing the processing done in that function, causing an issue. When you call a function, that function will get called very fast. Not that I remember, it's blocked, is it not? It's not asynchronous. So if you call a function in a loop, it's going to call that function, and until that function exits or returns a value. So it's not going to call that function 100 times simultaneously. It's going to call the function 100 times, waiting for each function to complete. Unless it were asynchronous, from what I remember. Yeah, so we're getting 4513. Any hints, Christopher's? Because I thought I was going to get the value inside of each array, but now I'm just getting the array. ACC and next are currently arrays, right? So I need to get the indexes, or... What do you mean by... But you can't compare arrays this way? Oh. What I'm trying to do, Christopher, is get each value here and compare, is this value greater than that value? Is this, you know what I mean? And then finally return the value that is greatest. Hold on. Wasn't there apply? Then I can go back to my loop. That was the one I was thinking about. That's how I'm gonna put max on it. Hold on. Where's my original code? Pepika! Hold on. Then I won't need the inner array. I'm not gonna need this stupid array. Well, the first one. I need an array to... They want me to return an array, right? So we need to do let take your goddamn array, initialize it, take your empty array, we're still going to do array.length. That should be fine, because then we can use apply. We could just do max is math.max.apply, then apply it to that object of the array at I. Because now I can use, that is how it works, right? Because then I can go apply on these, or return max on 3, yeah, exactly. Because arrays do not have a max method, but we can fake a max. I'm glad that was a thing. Then all we do is take your goddamn array dot push max. Think that should work. Console.log. What does max give us? 5, 27, 39. Yes! Oh! So then we push that. Can I rename this? Can I just take your goddamn array? Just confirm before I get that failure in my face. We get 527, 527, 39, 1001. That should be it. That's all I needed to remember, was apply allows you to use a method on an array that you normally wouldn't, because that's what I was struggling with. How do you do it on each individual item, because it's in an array? Normally you could just do it on the item math.max and give it the numbers. I knew about it from my notes. I remembered when I needed to apply arrays, I have all the methods in my notes. So what do I have here? Go to my notes. So I have, you have pop, you have shift, you have slice, you have splice. What else do I have? Sort, toString, unshift, apply, and then I make a note of what each one does. And then I remembered, if you want to call a method, the same way that Virani, or was it you, said that you can chain methods, I made a note that you can chain methods that you need to apply on the items of an array using apply. Because I had the logic, remember, that's why I kept trying to get the max of each value in there, but I couldn't get it because I was first going to apply it, then I want to put it into the array above, but then I remembered if I could just get the max for each item, I don't need to loop twice, I could just loop once and then apply that value into the array, because then for each one I'll get the max. Because initially I thought you needed to return the entire array, which I guess confusion on my part. And I'm gonna say it's because I only read the first example. It just said should return an array. If I bothered reading the second one, should return, then I'd be like, oh, okay, you want the maximum of each one. That's a little bit easier, right? I don't know, I find this easier than reduce. Here is Virani's solution. Array.map. Array. Okay, that's a anonymous. Wait, what? Why the equal to? Why are you creating an anonymous function? Oh, is array going to be the parameter for array.reduce? There's like 2 anonymous functions in there. Jesus. I don't think I'd ever have been able to do that. Not yet, anyway. Fair enough. I like my solution better. It just makes more sense. It's easier to read. Unless you know what's going on. Let's be honest. The majority of people, basic, from beginner to advanced, will understand this code. Whereas that code, you would need to be advanced to actually understand it. So mine is at least understandable. We get the array.length, and we set max as a variable to math.max. We use apply to apply to each item in the array, calling math on it. And the maximum value we push onto our array. And there you go, simple. My solution is that like a good thing or a bad thing? I got frustrated and then I looked at my notes, and you remember it was you, I don't know, one of you taught me that you can chain methods, and then I have a list of methods for the arrays. Remember when I was doing arrays, then I started listing down what all the methods are and what their solutions are. Then in the process, I was trying to figure out how can you apply something to each item in an array. And then going through that, apply is basically what you would use. Oh, okay, well look here. Here's a perfect example. So these examples will give the same result. Here, since JavaScript arrays do not have a max method, you can apply math.max instead. Because normally you would go math.max, right, for 3 values. That's simple. That's a simple usage. I wanted to know how can I do math.max on an array. So you go math.max apply. You could do null, or you could call math, right? So you call math, which is the method, and then your array. And then it will get 3 out of that. These are all the different examples. I just call math. So, yeah, wait, I didn't even test if it works. I get the console log, that's fine. Yep, there we go. You don't understand how to... That's weird. So you guys understand reduce and map. I don't, but I understand apply. All it does is it applies whatever the method is, the way I understand it, whatever the method is, to the items in the array. To each individual item, it like goes through them. So when you're going math.max, I almost see it as it removes the array and treats it as like a single list of integers like you normally would. That's the way I see it. You haven't met apply with this? I met apply only. Okay, so on my notes for my arrays, the methods, I have it list as apply. Will basically bind or use whatever the object is on it. And then I went to the page on apply, and I went through here, and I was looking through the apply method, and then I got literally to exactly what I needed. Like, of all the examples, we needed math.max. Like, how crazy is this? And then the example is right here. So I basically just looked here, I was like, oh, hey, this is what we need. Yoink. And then the combination with my loop, and there you go. And you can get the bit of frustration at this, can't you? Take your goddamn array. You could advance the solution further to return array.map l math.max apply math l, the element. Yeah, I could. So you know what would be better for me? I think I'm gonna do this, is do it in the way that I know. And when I get to the part where I'm writing code, just write the code. And I can go back and learn. And the point is, maybe my old projects use shit code. Or it's like repetition. It's not dry, you know what I mean? Then the next project will get better. I don't need to have every project that I write be perfect. I already suffer from perfectionism, and I'm trying to really break out of that habit. Else, like, you can look at my mods. It's taken me sometimes months to release an update because I'm literally a perfectionist and everything has to be perfect, and I test every single case, and I won't release a new feature until I have X, Y, and Z, and I just never end up releasing code. Yeah, I was using Ajax calls inside that inside method. That's why. There you go, Vinay. So that's why I said, because it's asynchronous, it's gonna run it 100 times at the same time. That's your issue. I'm glad you figured it out. But yeah, we solved this, guys. I really wish Free Code Camp saved your solutions. I think that other site, what is it? Code Academy saves your solutions, because it would be nice to come back one day and be like, oh, I did it like this. But yeah. I want to actually save this, because that could be something cool. I feel or whatever it is, I don't care right now, just save it. So there we are, I can finally go have my pizza. We are done. Yay! Tomorrow we can come back to confirm the ending. Oh dear. I like how they're giving us motivational like quotes now. It's like getting that bad that you need motivation. Do you know Java, Spring and Hibernate as well? Vinay, I've heard of Java, never heard of Spring or Hibernate, so I can't say I do. I would like to think I'm doing the basic beginner stuff right now. But yeah, it's really exciting. If you haven't noticed, I'm doing it all on Free Code Camp, so doing their curriculum. And I'm about 50% through the JavaScript stuff. But yeah, I need to go now. I've got less than 10 minutes to do my log for the day. Yikes, time escaped me. I started really late. But thank you to everyone. Virani and Christopherus, again, you guys are legends. Thank you for turning my brain to mush. But it's only temporary. I will come back tomorrow and things will hit me like, oh wow, that makes so much sense. As it always does. So thank you. It's not a wasted effort. I took notes. I'm definitely going to pay attention. And I'm going to go like read up on Reduce. And yeah, I think the more you use it, the easier it gets. It was a nice session and you nailed the last one. Thanks. It did take a while though, like what, an hour? I first tried a few things. I did try Reduce. I saw how it was adding the arrays. My issue was, yeah, I was trying to add or compare arrays to arrays and not the items in the arrays. The for loop came to save me because I know how they work at least, but I'm sure in time I will get Reduce down. And yeah. But anyway, I hope you guys have an incredible one, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And Vinay, it was really cool seeing you drop by, someone from YouTube. I'm gonna figure out and get my YouTube chat working so the others can, you know, see what's going on. But yeah, something for another day. Come up with a solution out of nowhere that nobody ever expected. This is why I have my notes. It's not like it's out of nowhere. My notes are quite advanced. That's why I really like them. Yeah, cool. So that's done. I just made a note for myself for Reduce. Gonna go learn up that. But yeah, you guys must have an awesome one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make a note. My notes are awesome. That and Virani's, right? Alright, night, Christopher. Hope you have an awesome one. And to everyone else, bye for now. See you guys tomorrow.